One last question, then I'm going to let you get out of here, but I want to know the answer to this question. We brazed past it. So let's say, for example, I'm a guy and I'm on TRT. And as you put it so clearly, by being on TRT, there's a chance that I can, in fact, inhibit my sperm count. And thus, if I am a person who's married and want to get pregnant, because this question gets asked to us more times than I can tell you about TRT. What is the process by which someone who is on TRT can have children, or does the TRT have to stop? How does that work?
There's all kinds of things, but the basics are this. So following testosterone discontinuation, the median time to normal sperm levels in one study was 3.4 months, with 90% to 100% of patients achieving normal levels at 12 to 24 months. So it can take, for a lot of guys, it can take 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
But some people it can take even longer, 6 months. So I usually tell patients I would stop testosterone therapy 6 months before
you want to get pregnant.
Yeah. And
is there something you can take?
Oh, 100%.
You can take Clomid, right? You mentioned Clomid.
Yeah.
Clomid can do that. Can for those not listening, Clomid can be used, correct me if I'm wrong, to produce your natural sperm count, to regenerate.
And how that works is the axis is very simple if you really sit down and look at it. For the pituitary, we talked about that before. It's a estrogen blocker, and it's going to block that negative feedback. So then the pituitary is going to secrete more LH and FSH to increase your testosterone and normal sperm production.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of pros and cons of being on that, but I put patients on that to kind of get things going again if they want to have children.
Sure.
Also HCG, human chronotropic.
Yeah.
That works as well. That's going to cause the testicles to, functions as LH. It's going to trigger latex cells to make more testosterone. So some people don't want to cut off the effects of being on testosterone. I switch them to HCG so they make more testosterone on their own.
Switch or run simultaneously?
I switch them. I put them on HCG. Clomid can take 2 to 3 months to really start working.
Is there a problem with running TRT and HCG simultaneously?
Not at all. So you can do both, but if you really want to get back to having a child
it may require. Now, see, and this is where sometimes the interpretation goes the other way. I've also had guys tell me like, oh, well, I don't need a condom. I'm on TRT. I'm like, bro, I don't think that works the way you think it does.
It doesn't.
That shit, no way. Yeah. That's not a good idea, man. You need a condom or something. That's not going to do the trick.
Yeah, and STDs and HIV is so
common.
Of
course.
Yeah. But I mean, they need to, definitely, it's not the way to go. If you're done having children, the second best way to prevent a child other than abstinence is a vasectomy. And if you want to have children, don't be on testosterone. There's other things you can be on to boost your testosterone from natural ways to, looking at Clomid, looking at HCG. There's other things that we can do and put you on if we need to, so you can have children. I think it's kind of risky.
What about weed or tobacco? Does that affect testosterone levels dramatically?
And actually, it affects sperm production. So I had a lot of infertile guys that smoke a lot of marijuana, and that's the one thing I had them cut out. And it changes the morphology. The sperm is not as healthy.
Interesting. Yeah, when you're on marijuana. The THC does that? It changes the sperm anatomy?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it can definitely impact fertility. So I get all my guys off of weed.
That's awesome.